Hello everyone, welcome to Kaviskorner and welcome to a brand new year on Kaviskorner. I know I'm a tad bit late in wishing everyone a happy new year, but here it is. This new year started differently for me. After pushing myself through the holidays, long days at work, sleepless nights, and multiple events, my body finally said enough. Flu like symptoms forced me to pause, reset, and reflect. I realized something important. We can't pour from empty cup. So last year I had challenged to post one video a day for 365 days and I did it. Some days I even posted two. It was joyful, fulfilling, and creative, but it also took a toll on me. So this year, I'm choosing to prioritize myself, to learn to say no, to post only one quality video a week. And since this is my first video of the year, I wanted to begin with something sweet and comforting, a traditional creamy Firni, a dessert rooted in history and in celebration. Firni is a slow cooked rice pudding enjoyed across India, especially during festivals and special occasions. It's delicately flavored with cardamom, saffron, and rose water. It's served chill and meant to be savored. Here's to a gentler pace, intentional living, and sweet beginnings. A very happy new year to one and all from Kaviskorner. A little history and origin of Phirni. Phirni traces its roots to ancient Persia, later embraced by the Mughal kitchens of India. Traditionally made with ground rice and milk, it became a royal dessert, which is slow cooked, aromatic, and luxurious. And over time, Phirni became a staple at festivals, weddings, Eid, and other celebrations, and of course, new beginnings. Served cold, Phirni symbolizes calm, abundance, and sweetness, making it a perfect dessert to start the new year. The ingredients are simple and maybe right in your pantry. So let's get started. And again, if you haven't subscribed to Kaviskorner, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And to begin our Phirni, first let's pre-soak 1 cup of almonds and about 1 cup of basmati rice. I have rinsed them thoroughly till the water runs clear and I've soaked them for 30 minutes to an hour. And we're going to use regular milk or lactose-free milk. You can use whole milk for this recipe, about 8 cups. And then we have 1 can of evaporated milk. I'm not in favor of any brands, just what I have in my pantry. And this is 1 cup of condensed milk. And for flavoring, we have about 1 teaspoon to 1.5 teaspoons of rose water. And it's going to be combination of cardamoms, about 10 to 12, and a big pinch of saffron. Don't add too much saffron, it'll discolor, make it off-white. Phirni is usually white in color, so be mindful of how much saffron you can add. But I love the flavor of saffron in this recipe, so I'm going to add, but very minute that it doesn't make any changes in the color. And we have about 2 tablespoons of toasted pistachios, and we have some rose petals which are optional. I just crushed them and put it as a garnish on the top, but you can totally omit this. But this adds that royal touch to this Phirni. So in combination, I'm going to hold up some pistachios that are going to be finely chopped for garnish as well. And for other garnishing that we add into the Phirni is chopped cashews. And instead of raisins, I'm using cranberries because it pairs very well with this recipe along with dried blueberries. I'm going to chop both of them fine and use it along with the cashews. Cashews can be thrown in as split into half or into pieces. Now that we have our ingredients, let's proceed to make the Phirni. So in a pan, this is a nice deep bottom pan and a very thick bottom pan as well. Let's first add some water so our milk doesn't get scalded. So pour about 1 cup of water and pour in your 8 cups of milk. You can use whole milk. I'm using lactate milk, which is 2%, but whole milk works beautifully for this recipe. So please don't shy away from using the milk, which is heavy in fat. So let the milk come to boil. In the meanwhile, we're going to peel our almonds. These have soaked very well, and I have soaked it in cold water. If you're in a hurry, you can do it in hot water as well. All you have to do is press the almonds between your thumb and your fingers, and it comes off very easy. Let's get started with the rice now. This rice, which has been soaking for 30 minutes to an hour, it's nice and soaked in all the water. And now all we're going to do is crush it between our fingers. Please do not blend it. You'll get a pasty kind of Phirni. You don't want that. Phirni has a nice texture, but not the whole rice. You have to break it apart. So nicely squish it and crunch it between your hands and fingers, and let it break down each grain that it resembles sand, a coarse sand. And that's the texture you want for Phirni, and which is unique. It's almost like a usual rice pudding, but only thing the grains are very small. Look at the grains. This is how it should be. Our milk is almost coming to a boil. Give it a stir now and then so it doesn't catch at the bottom. Even though we poured the water a little bit earlier, but still keep an eye. And every dessert needs a pinch of salt. So let's go ahead and add a pinch of salt. And now let's add the crushed rice. And give it a stir. Don't forget to give it a stir. Every now and then, on medium heat, give it a stir. Otherwise, it's going to catch at the bottom. We do mindful cooking as well. So let's add our cardamom and saffron to the almonds in a blender jar along with evaporated milk. I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of evaporated milk just to let the blades move freely, and then adjust and see if I need more. So let's just blend it. It's a nice thick coarse paste right now. So I'm going to add some more evaporated milk. We want it nice and smooth. This will make the Phirni nice and creamy, and the texture will really be a pleasing one. And I have chopped fine the pistachios. These are toasted pistachios. Our milk has come to a nice boil along with the rice. The rice is almost there, but I need it little more mushy. I can still see the grains. So that's how your Phirni needs to be. Now add the almond paste and give it a whisk, and add your condensed milk and the rest of the evaporated milk if you have any, and give it a stir. And adjust the sweetness. Mine was lacking a little sweetness, so I added about 1/2 cup of sugar. And this is rose water. This gives a great flavor. So you can add according to your taste. I'm adding about 1 teaspoon, and I've chopped up all the nuts and the dry fruits. And it's good to chop them because you don't want it overwhelming the dish. And my pistachios and rose petals are also there. I'm going to keep it on standby. Now let's add the nuts and the half of the pistachios. Don't add the entire one because I want it for garnish when we serve. And give it a good stir and check for the thickness. The Phirni will actually cool down and thicken further. So if it is a little runny, don't hesitate to turn off the stove. It's still okay. As it cools down, it'll thicken. So our Phirni is ready, and let's serve it up. Look how luscious and creamy it is. It's still warm, so it's going to be a little runny, but as it cools, it'll thicken. So garnish with crushed rose petals and the finely chopped pistachios, and serve it up on a hot day. Serve it very cold. Phirni is always served cold, and this is one of those yummy, delicious desserts that you will be repeating and making it often. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to Kaviskorner, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.